I don't know why I'm filming right now. I don't know. But right now, for some reason, I just feel like I need to talk about it. So here's me talking about it. Also, this is gonna be me the first time actually reading my story. If you're confused what I mean by that, for a long time I couldn't tell people what happened to me, so I wrote it down. So this is gonna be me the first time, like, reading it out loud to me. I don't know if that made any sense, but whatever. So basically, to make a long fucking story short, I was molested by my brother when I was 9 to about, it stopped when I was 12. So that's the timeline for you. I just want to make one thing clear. If I ever, like, no, I don't look good with my hair behind my ear. I just want to make one thing clear. If I ever do submit this video or post it anywhere or something, I'm not making this for pity at all. If anything, I'm making this to heal more. I'm doing this as, like, pretty much just mainly for me to heal. And I know other people go through this, unfortunately. So it feels good to have somebody else that went through the same thing you did. So yeah, I'm not doing this for pity at all. I literally could not care less how people who have a problem with this video feel. Also, I want to make one thing clear, just because I feel like this video could be maybe taken, like, the wrong way. Don't look at this video, because I'm gonna say that I am healing and stuff like that, and it's possible that you can heal. I don't want to make this video like 100% pessimistic, because this is a really depressing topic. But don't, if you are somebody and you know somebody who has gotten molested, raped, whatever, don't show them this video, please, and say, like, oh, look, she healed, you can heal too. It comes to other people at different times. For me, I feel like I'm being rushed. That's why it's important that I say this. So, why do I keep doing that? Oh my god, I'm getting ready. So, just please do not, the last thing I want people to take from this video, if I ever submit it, which I'm probably not going to. If I do, I'm just gonna have to make, like, I don't know, like, this story, but, like, in a better version, because I trail off and I never finish my sentences. But yeah, just don't do that, please. So I guess we'll just get into it. I have this written down in my notes. That's where I wrote it down. So I guess I'll just be reading it. And I might get emotional. It's to be expected. Let me keep my charger in, because my fucking iPad's at 1%, and this phone, I just charged it and it's like 10% just to film this video. And my dad is currently at the store, so I need to hurry up and finish this. But yeah, this is the first time on camera reading my story. Alright. I never thought I'd be telling someone this story. I'm getting literally so many school notifications right now, and it's not okay. Okay, anyways, I never thought I'd be telling somebody this story. I was 9 or 10, and I was playing on a playground when a male comes up to me, my brother basically, and says, "Do you want to have a naked party?" It was at this time my parents made their mind to get a divorce, and the process had finally officially begun. I was 9 and went to Catholic school for a bit, and was sheltered from pretty much anything sexual. Both of my parents went to a Catholic school, so that had a large reason why I was so sheltered to things that were sexual, to the point where I didn't know what my private parts were called until the month before the talk was going to happen at school. Don't get me wrong, my mom gave me the talk, but it was such a weird time. We were putting on shoes to go somewhere. Like, I don't know, maybe you should reserve a time with your kid to tell them something that's most likely going to change their life forever, but no, instead it was casual. Anyways, back to the story. He was in charge, and as a little kid, no wait, I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh my god, where the fuck was I? No, it was casual, RIP. Anyway, back to the story. He was in charge. Oh, so I was actually reading it right. So basically, what I meant by he was in charge is that my brother was in charge of babysitting me. And as a little kid, like, I don't know, he was my best friend, and I didn't mind doing things for him. Also, when he said naked part, I thought we would just look at our private parts, and I was curious, but I was so wrong. He took out his penis and would show me it and rub it while I was looking at it, and it would get hard while I was naked. Which I will admit, to some people would be like, I'm gonna have to film this at a different fucking time, and I'm not gonna like it. Just, oh my god, I'm getting so many notifications. I fucking hate it, because this is supposed to be about this, and it's never about this. Sorry, I didn't mean to, like, have a meltdown there. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not. Okay. Which I will admit, to some people would be like, what the fuck, Em? My name's Emily, if you didn't know. What the fuck, Em? You're the one that took your clothes off. Well, I took them off because I was a little kid and I was supposed to do what he said. And he was in charge, so even if I did take them off, he is the one who came up to me and said, and I quote, "You want to have a naked party." Also, because I wasn't educated about sex at all, I would have never knew what he actually meant or have asked for it originally. Now back to the story. Me and he, wow, I have such good grammar writing this. Where was I? Me and he had a 5-year age gap, so he was a minor at the time. He was 14 or 15, I don't remember exactly, and I remember whenever my mom would leave me, he would try to get me to do stuff like rub his penis till he came, so a hand job. He would want me to put my mouth on his penis, grind on his penis, my labia in contact with it. He would also put his penis between my butt crack and rub it on it, and he came once on my back. Actually, he came twice, but whatever. I put once. At the time, I didn't know what cum/semen, etc. was, so all of a sudden he was doing his thing and I felt something warm on my back. You could say that changed my life forever. It did. I was doing all this butt naked, so he saw my everything and I saw his. There was also various places where we would do it. By the way, this stuff continued for 3 or 4 years. Now time for more creepy things that happen that will make me question his well-being. Okay. Number 1. He once told me to take my shirt off and he got hard over my 9-year-old titties. 2. He once shook his willy, so his penis basically, in a dog's face, which was his dog actually, to see if she would bite it. 3. He grabbed my ass and told me how big it was. I was 9. 4. I once asked him how long this would go on, and he said, I don't know, and I was like, what? What if you get a girlfriend, which he shortly did afterwards? And he was like, we'll have to keep it a secret. Then he also made me watch porn, and that was the first time knowing about it. Stuff we did. Okay, so this is about to get graphic. I sucked his dick, grinded on his dick, jerked off his dick, sucked on his nips, and measured it. So I measured his penis, not his nipples. We did sex positions like 69, for example. Yeah, that's all I remember. He did barely anything, and he gave me head, so he licked and sucked on my vagina, basically. And let me tell you, it felt so good. I didn't know the clit or masturbation, so this was the first time it felt good down there. So basically what happened in the end is I was 12 and I went to school and had the talk, and then so that happened in the 5th grade. So when I say and then in the 6th grade had it again, like it keeps happening, but the like when I came to like the epiphany of me like knowing what happened to myself was in the 5th grade. I don't think we had sex like between that time. So in between when I had the talk in 5th grade and then in 6th grade, which I know I had. I don't know why, but I'm like remembering stuff now. We definitely did between that time. So I said I don't think we had sex like between that time because he had a girlfriend. So he was molesting me while he had a girlfriend. And one day he asked me to rub his pee-pee, so his penis, and I didn't want to because I was finally educated and had a realization what he was doing was very wrong. It made me get sick to my stomach feeling when he would ask or when I would think about it. So he left the room and I sat there alone. So basically like one time he wanted me to do things for him, and I remember this time he was making me food, and basically, I'm gonna say that word so much during this, but basically what happened is then I knew what was happening and stuff, so I decided I was kind of like, I don't know, I was gonna be brave enough to tell him no and see what happens. And I said no, and he left the room, so that's basically what I'm saying. I don't really explain situations very good when I have to, like, write it down, but oh well. So, I sat there alone. So he left the room, and he went back in his room, and I just sat there alone. And the worst thing about this isn't the first time I should have saw a penis or played with it. It should have been with a boyfriend. Me and him, since that time, I said we have never had sexual contact. I'll add more if I need to, but for now this is it. I do not take in pride in doing these things, nor does it define me. There was nothing I could do. I didn't know. It is what it is, unfortunately. I hope I get professional help because I need it desperately. Bye. That's it. So, I don't really know what to say now. That was pretty much the whole point of this video, is just reading my story. But there was a few things I left out, but like I was telling you guys, or telling me, like an update of like what I remembered, but there's a lot of like other stuff that I left out, but that's pretty much the whole gist of it. And the reason why I made that in the first place is because for a very long time, well, first of all, after this happened, I couldn't even, like, I pretend like this didn't even happen around him. So I kept this a secret for like 3 years. And when I told my mom and I was getting professional help about it, first of all, it was so surreal that like anybody was even knowing about it for me keeping it a secret for so long. But when I was getting professional help, I couldn't fathom like saying it so many times to like other therapists. I couldn't even fathom like saying it once to myself. I'm like saying it to myself right now. I'm probably gonna go and read this to myself like alone in my room or something like that, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't like say it once, and I couldn't say it multiple times by seeing a therapist if they didn't work out or they moved, which happened, by the way. So I really do recommend actually doing that and writing it down. Also, I did it so I wouldn't forget things, because like as I mentioned, you know what I mean, like I left out some stuff that I remember now, but when I remembered back then, I didn't remember those things. So it's like, it's really helpful to remember, even though it sounds kind of weird to say that, but to remember by writing down your story. So then, I don't know, if you forget, like after 10 years goes by or something, and you're with somebody and like need to tell them or whatever, you can just give them that and they could just read it. That's pretty much how all my friends found out. I either texted them or they read that. So, yeah. And that's how all my therapists found out. I would just give them that. I mean, now I can't because COVID and stuff like that. But before, when I was actually seeing therapists in person, I would just give them that so I wouldn't have to have the pain of saying it again. So that's why I did that. But I felt like for the healing process, I needed to like actually finally say it to myself. So yeah, that's why I have that. And also another thing I wanted to say, because there, like, recently, I don't know if it's to help me. I've no fucking clue why it's happening, but like a lot of like stuff about like sexual assault is like coming to me. And this is probably like example for like somebody else. Like if you get this in your recommendation, this is like what I'm going through. I don't know why whenever I like, I don't know, like ever since this happened, I've been like searching it up. So basically that's probably why. But in my YouTube recommendations, other things even at school too, people are like coming out about being like raped and stuff like that. So it's like, it's interesting that like all of a sudden now, because this has like happened to me, that like I'm seeing a lot of other people who are going through the same things, and it feels like, I don't wish this upon anybody, but it feels good to be able to, I don't know, hear other people's stories, because sometimes they're worse than mine, sometimes they're not as worse as mine. So it's like, but no matter what, which I always say this, no matter if somebody just, I don't know, grabbed your ass, to somebody raping you, we all can kind of relate to the same feelings. So yeah, that's me coming on here saying my feelings, and I don't know, I'm sorry, like I'm not putting to justice how like harmful and stuff like that this is to people and stuff like that, because I'm not like, I can't even gather my words to say how bad it is. So like I have no idea what the hell was the intent besides reading my story to then say stuff about it, because there's no way I can describe how it felt for me. So, but I will say, eventually you do heal. And it takes a long fucking time for some people, but it also takes maybe not as long as others. So just know, if you are like going through something, if this just happened to you yesterday and you need support, like I am here with you, and I know how you feel, even though I might not know your story or experience what you experienced. Like, let me just give my support to you through the screen. That's it. And I think that's it for this video. Yeah, so random, but I love filming this, so yeah. Bye.